From the Bowlium in Montclair here for the title matches of today's JBT event. This time Scratch way ahead of handicap, so we're going to peek over there at Scratch on the left side of the pole where Elias Halloran ran away with the top seed today to play Marquand Rivers, who has been running away with his stepladder so far today for the Scratch division title. Marquand coming off of 243 and 259 wins. We're bowling on Badger. Very much conducive to his game. We'll also check in on the end of the handicap semifinal between 8.5-year-old Caden Sham and Kendall Balea. Kendall in control of that one, and Marquand does everything to the 7-pin except knock it over. He'll trail by 9 if he makes that snare. You can. Do you mind self-serving?
Yeah, that's fine.
In that box. Well done. It's great. If I can do that the whole tournament, I'll just, I'll be at the lounge. Tell me who wins. That's it. Marquand hasn't shot many spares in this step ladder, but has no problem covering that 7. 259 to 242 in the semis over Josh Malloy, and 243 to 215 over Chris Springs. Caden has left back-to-back pocket 710s on this lane. Oh, he almost left a 710 that time. That would have been too cruel and unusual. Instead, it leaves just a 4. Badger really conducive to Marquand's game. Look, very, very short approach. He stands about 2/3 of the way up on the approach. Just a few very short steps. So he has less ball speed than a lot of two-handers. So that extra length really helps him tame out the pattern, reads the long oil very, very well. And the same high rev rate that all the two-handers have.
There you go, start on the right. Go.
Makes it a really playable pattern for him. Elias using more ball speed and playing very direct. If you use that much ball speed, regardless of rev rate, you have to be playing the lanes pretty straight, because there just is not enough length of back end to get that ball to go right to left very much at all. And Elias can throw it slower than that too. That's why I wasn't at all surprised to see these two, the top 2 bowlers today. And I am interested that he's decided to go with this faster shot. The way Caden was looking, Kendall probably thought she needed a big game, and she has done just that. That is her 7th strike in 9 frames. The other 2 were opened, which is the only thing that kept this one close. She had to win by 32, and she leads by 46 with 1 frame to go. Not quite over. Any mark will do just fine. Strike helps a lot because you can actually win with the count here in the right setup. Now that will certainly end things for her. She has a chance to get into the 220 scratch, so she will take on top seed AC Dominican for the handicap title. And that means, thanks a lot, Kendall. Now we got to stay an extra 20 minutes, because when she's done that, she's got to play Madison for the girls' scratch title. Everybody really appreciates an extra half hour in LA on Sunday afternoon.
You have to finish.
Thanks for that.
You have to finish the game.
Derek and I will be in Blythe if you need us. Excellent performance by 8-year-old, any age, any average. He doesn't bowl like any 8-year-old I'm used to seeing. This kid can play. In the old shoulda format, that should have been a much higher game. Those 2 pocket 710s were perfectly fine shots. He's got no love for it at all. You'll see plenty of him in coming years, I guarantee you. You see that Badger pattern there. The second you open your shoulders or leak it to the right,
It's gone.
it's gone. I will say though, with that extra slow ball speed, Q found something in the middle of that last game. Rebelted a little more, just like that, and the ball set up. Now he's got an even better angle of entry. That is a great sign for Rivers as he takes a 9-pin lead with that 3 in a row. This should be a real good finish and scratch. They both look like they got the right angles. It's just a matter of execution.
Congratulations. Up there. Good match, man. Good match.
Elias, the top seed at plus 287, led most of the way all day long. A 197 game 3 and a 191 tie in game 7, whereas only sub 200 efforts. That's hard when you're going pair to pair like this. Sooner or later you hit a pair you don't like. And, no one able to escape that with good shot making. Coming on camera, tie game, 9-pin lead game. Holland already the runner-up today in U17 as he and Sebastian Huffman played, and Seabass came up with that win.
Yeah.
Not at all. Well, I'll give you a plus here in just a minute. After the whole tournament's over, anybody who's still around will look to be the
Yeah, okay, I'll just stick around.
Those very, very short steps. Just a little shuffle there at the start to get the timing perfect. It's almost like a one-step drill is really what it is. Oh! And hangs on just enough to carry that 4-9. He's got missed room on either side. The 4-bagger ties up the match again. Anything starting with the 2 was pretty decent on Badger today. But the top bowlers really have it figured out. The more extreme the length is in either direction, the more it's really a feast or famine. There are bowlers who specialize in lengths like this, just like there's bowlers that specialize in short patterns. Hunter. And, excuse me, had a little cough there. Oh yeah, he's feeling it now. 5 in a row, regains that lead. Back and forth we go in a strike fest in the scratch title match. We get handicap started here, so enjoy the action. Enjoy me not talking, that's always a plus. Is that it, AC? They say it's your choice of letters. If you choose letter A, you will start first and finish last. Folks, the handicap difference is 19. Kendall has to beat AC by 19 to tie, 20 to win.
This would be 7.
I like the optimistic way you framed that.
I said would.
I know, I like it. Pretty impressive, youngster. I understand your Oh boy, and as soon as I come back here, the Rivers' string ends in the worst way possible with the big 4. He was getting so confident that he knew he could leak it to the right, especially on that left-hand lane, that it just overhooked on him. Disaster, as Elias still got a 279 working. Handicap title match just getting started. Kendall's got to win by 20 to win her 7th career JBT title. Getting really into the, oops, big mistake by Merkon, getting into the nosebleeds of handicap division career titles. I think KJ Martinez is still the leader in that, something around 9 or 10. I used to have all that memorized, and that was about season 5. And season 26 has added a few, too many titles for me to count. So we are nearing our 1800th tournament. Oh, Kendall's dad said, "Oh no," and now he corrects himself to, "Oh yes." That's the Badger hold. A little bit left is the way to make a mistake if you're going to make it in most cases. And that ball faced up for 10 back there and an early lead for her. And meanwhile, O'Halloran just steps on the gas here. Only mistake a 9 spare in the third. He is going to capture his 6th career JBT title. Marquand will have to be content to sit on 2, but a bunch of finals this weekend. Tell you what, if I had to pick, and I never would, over any other bowlers, I would have picked Marquand to win this match. He looked locked in on that pair, and at least didn't look good in the U17 finals. But obviously looked fantastic here, as he is in the 260s, coming on camera for hopefully the 270s. Wow, hey. Just a dang shame Rivers big forward in the 9th, because I would have loved to see what he would have come up with in the 10th. Those matches don't come around very often, and it won't here. Dominic spared in the 2nd. This will be his career high JBT finish. Previous best was a 5th. He was in the lead in Super Survivor back in Mira Mesa, and then had a disastrous penultimate game to fall to that 5th place finish, which is and a well-deserved round of applause for an emphatic 11 strike 279 performance. Boy,
Great job.
Week after week we see these scratch bowlers putting up 260, 270 in the title matches, 300 in the title match. And we are throwing out some weird patterns too, and they are just labeling everything. Gosh, we got some talented bowlers here on tour right now. At a young age too, Elias still in the U17 category. You can be up to 22 bowling these tournaments. Age has little to do with it. Ask Caden. What did you leave in the 3rd, Elias? I forget already.
Ring 10.
A ring in 10?
Yeah.
Rats. Well, for Rivers, an excellent finals. He's going to go 240, 250, 220. That's 725 or so on the step ladder. That'll win you a lot of step ladders.
No.
Yeah? You disagree, Al?
Yeah.
Al says no. Do you have any idea what you're talking about, sir? Because
Yeah,
this time it's
it was
oops.
bad. It was
No,
bad.
it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Look at all them pretty. Look at them X's up there.
I was playing basketball.
Yeah.
Well, what that means is she's really lined in, because she's found a place on the lane where she can make a couple board error on either side, and the ball still goes right into the 1-3. That is a bowler's dream scenario there. And AC's got his hands full, as you see one of those leak shots to the right. That's what happens every time on Badger. And that was on a spare too, so he loses a lot of count. Dominic jumped into the lead with a real nice semifinal, 220, 230, 250 with his pins added in to get to plus 163, leaping over Kendall, who dropped in her game 8 to plus 143. She just wanted to bowl the whole step ladder. She didn't want to get bored waiting around for an hour. She says, I want all 11 games today. She'll bowl a 12th with the girls. Nice job covering that spare. Keeping the same area code, but right now Kendall's been putting away early. Got out to a big lead against Caden early. Doing so again here against AC. That's a good shot. There you go. Pretty ball there, no doubt. 10 in the pit. Still around in this match. Plenty of time left. Oh, quit whining, Aaron. You're up by 13. What an unlikable person. Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm bullying. I hate him. Nothing to do with the current stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, Mr. Rogers, if you're watching this, you're a lovely person. Whoops. Little overcorrection for those last 2 tugs there. Trickier spare to shoot out here, all kinds of ways to leave something. Tricky on Badger too, so you got all that oil in the middle, so it's hard to get the ball to go over Brooklyn. Let's see how she goes about it. Big thanks to Al and the whole team here at Bowlium. It is hard to get lanes on a Saturday night. He makes it happen for us every year to make that triple header possible. Most of these players started at 11 a.m. yesterday. It is now 4 p.m. today. Whoa! Nice break from Belay to cover that.
You got a gift now, take it.
I have sat here and watched Kendall bowl a lot, and she still makes me nervous because she looks like just like there's an inquisition on the line here. She'll be playing again, Maddie, for the girls' scratch title. Two-time defending all-conference bowler of the year. You can see why. 2 direct that time. All right, keep it clean. Still in the 220 scratch. Every time she marks, that's less and less frames that AC has time to catch up with. So,
Get to 10 now.
of course, we all know how much fun we've all had with the 610 for the past 2 weeks.
Get to 10.
If you have not watched the Samstown Handicap Finals either day, but a Saturday is what I'm talking about. That time Derek knew exactly what he was talking about, and I felt the same way. He said, oh no, and yet another chop with the 610. That's so frustrating, because you can throw it much worse and make the 610 on either side. And it looks so close together from here. Those pins are 12 inches apart, center to center, so there's actually a lot of distance between a 610. If you're in a place where your bowling center will let you, go down and look at the pins close up. You'd be amazed how much space there is between them. AC almost had a bizarre lead there, lucky to break up that split. Go ahead and shoot it. I'll get that. Scoreboard showed 9. If he makes it, it won't change anything. If I don't have to get up right now, I ain't gonna. Uh-oh. Well, now that changes something as he whiffs on that completely.
Good job, Elias. Good job, man.
Well, compounding the error there is AC misses that 5. Well, as it stands, it's a 46-pin lead for Kendall, and she's only giving 19. So still in great shape despite her 6-frame error. But that's ancient history. That's a long time ago. Oh, look out. Another outstanding pre-shot routine. It's one of the things that gives her advantage over the other handicap bowlers. That pre-shot routine is something a lot of kids don't learn until they get to the scratch level. No matter the scenario, she does the exact same thing before she bowls. Is that a move on purpose? Is that a big move there, or is that? No?
She missed right off 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But the right lane was moving for her right now. Right lane.
Gotcha.
This one she'll jam it in.
It's like having Tony Roman to my left, Jaden. He's always pre-calling the plays when they happen when he does a broadcast here. Moves to the right on purpose on the left. He says she's going to do the jam shot on this. That's exactly what she did. Wow. That surprised all of us. That checked way earlier than we thought it would on that one. lucky to leave only the 10. Not only is she the two-time defending bowler of the year, but I believe she's the all-conference points leader again this season. That's so hard to do in handicap because as you keep getting better, we keep raising your average. And you got to kind of start the circle of life all over again and get better than what I re-rate you to. Scratch, if you're good enough, you can just win, 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 win. The handicap, it rarely works that way. That's a much better shot there. AC's thrown a lot of strikes today. He wouldn't be the #1 seed if he wasn't. He needs to find whatever he has had before right now, or else time will expire on his championship dreams. That boxer must have done the cupping. You know, that's a little weird to look at. Carry it! No. Unfortunately, right now, the AC stands for ain't carrying, and that's a problem. He needed it to stand for all carry. Thank you for actually someone's actually laughing at my jokes. It's very good. Nobody laughed at my Red Hot Chili Pepper jokes last night, so.
I got you.
Oh, right. I need a little drum sound effect. Boom. All right, catches that spare. He's got room for 187. Gets 19 more for 206. That would force Kendall to stay clean if he gets that. So 9th frame can still set up possibilities. Such a valuable frame to strike in. That lane's starting to hook early on both bowlers now. When you get an early hook spot on Badger, that stinks because you can't really get around it. And yeah, I don't really know what to do from that point. You just got to get lefter, and neither of these bowlers have the rev rate to do that.
5 runs.
Well, I believe that the lady's 1 out of 2 marks in the last 2 frames here. I'm trying to say it a little more quietly. She's a foot to my left, and I want to affect things more than I absolutely have to. Tour rolls on to Tacoma, Washington next week. I expect everybody to just leave here, go north on 5 until they hit the next JBT. That's my basic game plan. And back to Mesa, Arizona, and Albuquerque. Then, believe it or not, it's main event time. Use that as kind of the unofficial halftime of the season. Nice ball. Ah, what a nice ball that was. Well, what a weekend for Bowlium here. But always game planning, always coaching. There, gets left of that hook spot. Perfect shots in the 9th and 10th, wraps it up for win number 7. We'll have to get a KJ Martinez interview here pretty soon. Yeah, she's a coming, KJ. She sees you and she is coming after you. That'll be good. Yeah. Well, Marquand looks hard to beat. Elias comes up with 279. AC looked to be on the roll, and Kendall's going to come up with a 230 scratch game here to swipe that title away. How about that? Well, fine, 229. That's basically 230. Big old hug from Pop, well deserved. Great performance from AC, best of his career, baby steps forward. First you start making cuts, then you make a finals or two, and keep improving. It'll all come together for him. All right. Great stuff all weekend, a long but really fun weekend here in Montclair. Nice 10th frame from AC. We will do it all over again in the beautiful Northwest in 5.5 days. We'll see you then.